Buenos dias a todos. Welcome back to another episode of the Madridista Ultras podcast. Now, episode 8. And yeah, welcome, welcome back to welcome back to another stream, people. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing all right. Bless up, Baron. Bless up, Adam. Bless up, everyone in the chat now. Yeah, and everyone that is watching on playback as well. Yeah. My usual manner here. Two other guests might be joining. I hope they do. But we'll see in it. Savii, how you saying? What you saying, brother? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. It's international break, so it's a little unfortunate, right? We were building momentum 3 games in, but here we are. I haven't even looked up the international calendar yet myself. I don't know about you guys, but I know the games start tomorrow, so we'll see what happens the international break. I just hope everybody comes back healthy.
Yeah, come on. Damii, what we saying, brother? All good? It's been a while.
Yeah, yeah, they've been good, man. Yeah, just a couple weeks, but I've been all right. Been all right.
Yeah, come on, brother. I man them. Listen, you know how this thing goes, innit? Yeah. Smash these likes up, and you man better sub in it, yeah, because you know how we roll on here. Yeah, come on, you know how we roll. And listen, man them. Yeah. No disrespect in the chat. Anyone disrespecting anyone on my panel, yeah, I'm blocking you immediately. And if I don't block you, my mods will. All right. So you've got your warning now. All right. I don't want to see no nonsense in the chat. Anyways, let's kick the show off. Mandem. Um, we've played 3 games. We've won all three. 9 points out of 9. Mallorca game. Um, we just came off for a win there. What we're saying? What we're saying, everyone? Savii, I'll start with you, mate. What are you saying about the game?
Big up Baron, by the way. I saw the shout out there. Yeah, so on the Mallorca game, I think a few things. First and foremost, I had to watch the game back a second time due to prior arrangements.
Yep.
So caught parts of it live and then went back to just rewatch, and get different points of view on it. And what I'll start by saying is we're continuing this trend game over game of showing a willingness to fight for the ball back quickly, which has led to right now Real Madrid having what we call an excellent defense, right? We've
Mm-hmm.
allowed the least
Mm-hmm.
amount of chances. We've dominated possession of the ball over our opponents. We've gotten the ball in good places that we wanted. So just kind of going over like some high level thoughts there. I think as well as that, uh, we sustained it for roughly 65 minutes, I want to say. And then from there, something changed, which we can get into in a bit. But overall, compared to where we were last year, in which we'd already dropped points, I believe on one occasion, maybe twice.
Twice,
I have to go back and double check that.
twice, twice. You're right.
Twice, right?
Twice.
Yes, it was
Yep.
twice, right? So we dropped points in 2 out of the first 3 last year. We got the 9 points
Two.
in the first 3 games this year. I'll take it, right?
It was it
That's
was it was my it was actually against Mallorca and it was Las Palmas away.
Yep.
There we
Two draws
go.
and one win. Yep.
and and as a result of that, for myself, I have to go to the first international break somewhat optimistic about where this team is trending. We know there are definitely things that need to be ironed out, especially amongst the forward line. We can't be this reliant on Kylian Mbappe to score goals. I think we all know that. But we like, again, things I've already called out in terms of the high pressure. Our new back four has been a breath of fresh air, especially the left back for me. Probably the biggest surprise, Alvaro
Bro.
Carreras for sure. What a surprise he has been. What a player he is. And the fact that, at first we all questioned his price tag and we're like, 50 million. He's from Benfica. We really don't know. I won't name no names there. But what I'll say is, what a relief having this kid. Dean Hoyson, as well in this game, showed up again. We are progressively building up through Hoyson, Dean, or Trent,
Mm.
Alvaro Carreras. And I really like what I've seen in that regard. Let's talk about Franco Mastantuano as well. I like his off the ball actions more so than his on the ball actions as of this
Yeah.
point in time. There are things I like, especially his willingness to press first and foremost. That's great to see from a right wing because we didn't see that as much as Rodrigo. But second, even his movements, his ability to draw attention from the defense and move it away from the central channel where Mbappe likes to operate, where Vinny also gets to maybe get one less defender just because again they can't just structure their entire defense to be as left-handed. Now, again, with that being said, we did see the ball go into areas that I didn't love throughout the game as well, which we'll get into. But overall, right, to kind of circle back here, I like the performance. I like where we're going. I know we're going to see it in a big test. But what I will say is, if we continue to play these low blocks when it comes to Europe and we go against maybe some of these bigger English opponents, I really like what we see so far because they're going to give us the space. And our team with space is going to be a different level.
Do you know what?
So,
Sorry to cut you off,
yeah.
mate. Sorry to interrupt. Here's the thing. I do like big up, brother. Here's the thing. One thing with Franco, you were spot on, by the way, with what you said. He cannot play as a right winger in Europe. He can't. He don't have the pace. He needs to play where Goulet plays, and that is where you and him and Goulet, you need to make the switch sometimes. Sometimes you play him, sometimes you play Goulet, and then you substitute each other. Another thing as well, and Damii, I want to get your thoughts on the Mallorca game as well, what you thought before we move on. But I'm going to say this very quickly, and then I'm going to pretty much zip my mouth. I don't think, and I'm going to be real, as soon as, when Bellingham is back, definitely, but when Camavinga is back fit and fully fit when he's ready to start, I don't think he will play the 4-3-3 anymore. I don't think, especially, I can say this, especially when Bellingham is back. I think Mastantuano will be dropped and he will bring one of Camavinga and Bellingham in. And then we're going to go back to the 3-5-2. And that is something I want. I want that. Because I think we will go up 1 or 2 more levels. And yeah. And here's the thing. Here's the thing as well that I think people need to start understanding as well. I am look, and I know Damii and Savii are gonna freak out now and be like, "Oh wow, this guy's been positive." I really fucking have liked what I've seen so far. I can't lie. Apart from that first game, I was pissed. I can't lie. I was really pissed. But after that, fair play. And you know what it is? I think as well. I think what Chabi is, he's showing a philosophy. He's showing me something to get behind. That previous manager didn't give me anything to get behind. This guy's giving me something to get behind now, and the players are buying into it. And it's, oh yeah, I am throwing that this at that guy. Yeah, you know how I roll that.
You better defend him.
Nah, bro, F him. At the end of the day, when the team does well, I'll praise them. But bless, like honestly, bless up so far. But I do think we need to change the formation to 3-5-2 to go up 1 more level or 2. But Damii, give me your thoughts, bro, on the game and what, and if you agree with switching the formation as well. Give me your thoughts, man, on all that.
I'll just pivot off where you dropped off, right? Shameless plug here, guys. So on my podcast, The White House, this conversation, I actually this is exactly what I read off. Like Sam, you literally read it off. I'm expecting a lot of things to change as soon as Camavinga is declared match ready.
And
right?
Bellingham as well.
Yeah, you don't know Bellingham. I think we have a couple of times, like a couple of weeks more. But I'm expecting Camavinga is supposed to be back by the international break.
When is he back, by the way, quickly? Any of you know?
He's back. Consider him back.
He's in training already.
Consider him back.
He should get minutes.
No, but I'm like ready to play. Obviously, yeah, on the pitch. He's training on the. But when do you think he will be back on the pitch?
After
like
the international break.
play.
After this break.
No, after these 4 days that they have off.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you think Bellingham will be back that quickly?
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about Camavinga.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because I was like, raw. Then they're rushing it way too quickly.
No. Talk about Camavinga.
Jude's not back to probably like early November at the greatest stretch. But
no way,
bro. I think
November.
Damii, I think they'll play him in October. Damii, I think they're gonna start him in October, man. I think they're gonna start Bellingham in October.
Damii, he's eyeing the derby.
If we do that, it's gonna be terrible.
Wait, the Madrid derby.
That's what they said. He's eyeing the derby.
I don't know. I don't know if you do that. I don't think that'll be wise. But that's the
I don't.
Yeah, I don't agree with it. I'm just saying what
look. Derby. Look, we're gonna have to see. Damii, give me your thoughts, brother. I've cut you off. Now. Give me your thoughts.
No worries. The Mallorca game, honestly, it was. I'll pivot off Savii here and say like I'm kind of pissed that we're going on a break now, because everything started to fall in place, right? I mean, I like when things are said and things are done, right? Remember after the first game, it was Xabi and Carvajal that came out and made the same statement. They were like, we're treating this first block of matches before the international break as our preseason. And the more we play these low blocks, the better we will. We played three teams that have come up in a low block against us, and you could see the improvement game after game. They all played Osasuna, they all played Oviedo and Mallorca. You could see we could have easily scored four. Forget about the offside goals. There were chances that we didn't take. There were very close shaves that, 1 second quicker and making a decision, we could have scored even more. Against Osasuna, it wasn't the case. We weren't even creating as much. But the last two games, especially Mallorca, we created almost twice. I think we had almost double the number of big chances created.
Damn it, how did we not score more than 2 goals that game? I will never know.
It's just it's one of those games, man. But what I like the most from the start is from the lineup, right? I like the fact that it's clear at this point, if you're a Madridista, right, listening here on time or wherever, and you believe anything you hear from mainstream media, then I don't know what horse you're on, man. They fed us horse shit for a week. Carvajal is the starter over Trent. Dini is going to be on the bench again. Rodrigo is this. Everything they said was wrong. And the only thing that stood true was what your coach told you. I will pick a team that I feel is good enough to handle the game in front of them. So he rotates, he picks his team. These are the guys that can handle job against Mallorca, and that's what he did. Because I think only one journal got it right with the lineup. So from that point, I actually loved it. Then into the game itself, man, we could have been 2 goals up in the first 12 minutes. Like we could have been 2 goals up in the first 12 minutes of the game. I don't know about you guys, but the last time I saw Real Madrid actually be proactive in a game, it's been over a year ago. Like or more. Like the game started and went. We took it by the scruff of the neck. Yeah, it's been over a year ago. So looking at the Mallorca game end to end, there's some things I didn't like from the players, but I kind of categorize them under the parts of those bad habits that we have to weather out in time. I didn't like sometimes under pressure, some of the players kind of caved in, right? I feel like Adagula had a fantastic game, but those traits in his game that I still don't like, still rear their head a bit.
But Damii,
still a kid, man.
Damii, can I ask you this? I want to get Savi's thoughts on this as well, but I'll start with you on this, Damii, since you're the one speaking right now.
Yeah.
Is it Marquitoz told me that he can't play 90 minutes? I'm gonna be real with you, mate. What I'm seeing from Arda Güler, his fitness is not up there, mate. I don't know what is going on with his fitness.
Honestly, I don't even think it's a fitness thing. I think he can play 90 minutes. He plays a lot of.
Yes, so why does he get taken off all the time then?
He's not. See, you can be fit but not physical. Arda Güler is not physical, and we don't have we can't accommodate that in our team at the moment, right? Because we already have enough players and not too physical up front. We can't accommodate that with Güler. And which is why whenever we play these games that we need to tussle for the ball, or the game gets into that state where is more of struggles and fighting for the ball, you just see that he gets missing. Go back to the Club World Cup against PSG. I was watching my brother here. He told me he's like, he can't count the number of times I kept saying, "Where's Güler? Where's Güler? Where's Güler?" That's why I'm looking at Camavinga. The game can get terrible. Like, we don't even need to go too far. Think of the game at the Emirates. We're losing 3-0. Every Madridista will tell you that the one player that they will give hats up to in that game that we lost was Camavinga. The team didn't play well, but you could see that he was trying to fight for the ball. He wasn't necessarily giving the best of passes when he had the ball, but he was always physical. Güler is fit. He can't play 90 minutes. He used to give you moments of magic giving those passes if he plays 90 minutes. But when the game gets into that balance where Mallorca start to show up, they start to get shots and shots, you need your players to like roll their socks up. I've seen it from Franco in 2 games. If you guys remember the Oviedo game, he tracked back all the way from the final third, came all the way to the edge of the box and won the ball. I've never seen it from Arda Güler. And this is not criticism, it's just he's going to get to that point where we might have to use Arda in the games that we need him the most and for those moments. When the game gets to that point, Camavinga is fit, put him on. And what's
the issue is, I don't think he's going to drop Güler. I don't think he will drop him.
No. I don't think he'll drop him. I don't think he'll drop him from the game or from the team or from the lineup even. But I think his minutes will reduce when everybody's very fit. I think his minutes will actually reduce. You start to see just game like when the games get into that state, Camavinga might come on, or it might be the opposite. Camavinga might start. Let's say the derby now, Camavinga might start. Arda comes on. It will just get to that point. But for now, well, honestly, that aside, I really did like his game against Mallorca. Like I was very, very impressed with Arda Güler, most especially. For me, I felt like
Arda Güler has been sick.
He would have been the second player that given the man of the match for me that day. He did everything he was asked to do. Right? Yes, he had his faults, but he did everything he was asked to do. With the defense, I mean, Savii already said it, brother, man. Savii, you can as well just call my name out there, man. I was the biggest critic of this guy, man. I didn't want him for nothing, bro. Most people that interacted with on Twitter, I didn't want Carreras for nothing, man.
Carreras has been unbelievable. Savii.
I just couldn't see, but now,
What a
yeah,
signing, huh?
he's undroppable, man, bro. What a signing! He
Yeah, he
looks like a
is.
guy.
I listen.
He look,
Yeah. You man. Yeah, they were comparing him to flipping Fran Garcia. Yeah, honestly, you've had the biggest howlers ever. Oh yeah. You down there. Yeah, exactly. You're
That's
one
right.
of them. Yeah, comparing him to Fran Garcia. Yeah, ooh, I man them. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, that's what Damii did. Bless up, Damii. Yeah, love always, my G. Yeah, but you had a
fair
howler
enough.
there, my brother.
I'll hold that one. I'll hold that one. No worries.
Thank you.
There's
Yeah.
not,
See,
there's
I
nothing
had to
better.
hold the Vinny one. See, I had to hold the Vinny one from this guy and flipping Marquitoz the week before. Now you better hold this one. Sorry.
Nah,
Hey, by
it's
the
all
way,
good.
quick
It's all
Vinny
good.
update. He scored 2 goals today in the friendly against
Hmm.
Castilla team.
Oh, look at this guy
So,
now. He's trying to rub it in my face by bringing
Yeah,
in goals against
you gotta hold
Castilla.
it
hey,
Look
again.
at this
You
breaking
guy.
gotta hold it
news.
again.
Oh,
Breaking
look at this
news.
guy.
Look, I'm
Oh,
breaking
Lord.
news on your podcast, so should be thankful.
Yeah, thank you very much. Against Castilla. This is the level now.
Hey, look
I
at our
mean, goals
Castilla
are
players
goals,
in
man.
Europe right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, do you know
Facts,
what? Big up
facts.
Castilla always. Yeah, I ain't got nothing against it. No, do you know what? Here's the thing. Savii, I'm gonna be real with you. Carreras, for me, against Mallorca, before we move on, I think he was man of the match, in my opinion. Him or Chouameni. What are your thoughts? Bro, that block he did on the line. Oh, my flipping days, bro. That was going in.
That was,
Damii, sorry, that was going in. It was going in. He blocked it off like that.
yeah,
You know what
Fran
that
Garcia
reminded
would have
me
let
of?
that go in.
You know what that reminded me of?
That was Roberto
Felan,
Carlos shit. You get me?
no. Something closer. Felan Mendy against Man City at the Bernabeu in
Oh yeah.
2022.
I forgot.
That was the
Against
it was
Man
the
City.
exact
The Jack
angles.
Grealish clearance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
the angles were the same, man. I was like,
Jesus Christ, man.
I would argue that the Carreras one was more difficult though, because it was in the air.
It
Yeah,
was in the
yeah.
air.
But don't get me
And
wrong,
it was
Mendy's
with
was
full
on
power.
the line,
Bro, he
and
shot with
I don't
full
want to take
power.
away from it. But
Yeah.
the Carreras one was like that was in the air. Like you
It was
got to
in the
get
air.
that angle
Exactly.
just right.
That's
That
the crazy
was-
thing. Bless
yeah.
Omar. Before we continue, Omar, bless up, brother, for the raid. Yeah, love my brother. Yeah, we're gonna do a show on your channel very soon. This week, brother, we're doing a show on your channel. Bless up, my brother. Even though you're cool, bless up, brother. Yeah, love always. Savii, talk to me about Carreras before we move on from the Mallorca game, mate. Like, what were your thoughts on him in this game? For me, he was man of the match, in my opinion. Absolutely
Yeah, I mean,
outstanding.
I feel like this is the 5th consecutive show I'm talking about Carreras and giving you the same information that he's the good.
No, you gave me. It's him down there you had to convince. Him down there you had to convince.
I told you he was the goods, right? And I told you that the biggest surprise for me in Carreras has been he's 6'1", maybe 6'2". So
Mm.
he's tall, right? Fran Garcia is not tall at all. I
Yeah.
think it also gives us more security in defense, right? On crosses, you see it in the box with him, Dean, Militao.
How
It's
tall
like we
is
have
he,
all
Savii?
these tall guys. I think
No,
he's 6'1".
What?
I think Carreras is like 6'1".
Is he actually? Wait, is he actually 6'1"?
I think he's
I'm
either
checking
6
it
foot or
right now.
6'1". But either way, like with him,
Jeez.
Dean, and Militao, and even Trent, right? Because Trent's also listen. We can clown on Trent all we want, but he had a clearance as well. Like
That
Yeah,
if he
I'll
if
give
he
it
don't make that clearance, that's an open goal.
and let's be honest, if that was Lucas Vasquez, he's getting bullied off the ball, and that's
Oh,
in the back
No,
of the
no, no.
net.
To
Bro,
be fair, Vasquez is never going to be there, man.
Exactly.
He read the situation and
he ain't gonna
Vasquez
be
wasn't
there,
going to be
bro.
there.
Bro, do you know where Vasquez would be? Let's say Trent's here. He's stopping it, bro. Bro,
He's 6'2",
Vasquez
by
would
the
be
way.
here. Exactly. He'd be there.
6'2". Baron
6'2".
said
Oh wow.
that Carreras
Oh
is 6'2". I told
wow.
you.
Oh wow.
So like our aerial defense this year compared to last year is night and day between Militao,
Yeah.
Dean, Carreras, and even Trent, right? And if we're gonna call out Carreras' amazing block, we also have to give Trent credit on that too, right?
100%.
Right. We also know that pass for the offsides goal, that wasn't
Mbappe.
offsides.
That
We
wasn't
all know,
offside,
bro.
in your
It
opinion.
wasn't offsides.
Bro.
So
Like
we're
that
seeing
line was shady.
glimpses. We're seeing glimpses of what this is going to look like, by the way, especially when teams give us space. And that's why I think it will correlate. Like a lot of what I've learned early on is I believe going to correlate.
I'm telling
well
you guys
later
now.
on.
I can tell you now for free. I'm going to the Real Madrid Man City game in the Champions League, bro. Pep, open up, yeah. Come at us, mate. Yeah, I beg you. You come forward and try and attack us, mate. Yeah, and then we're gonna see what happens.
Things change fast in football. That game's what's that? 3 months from now.
Yeah, in December. Yeah.
No,
I
no, no, no.
listen.
Honestly, I'm not waiting that long for you guys. We come on the 13th. As soon as we're back from the international break, we play Sociedad away. They're
Yeah,
not sitting back. Those guys are not sitting back. We're gonna get to
yeah.
space. So I
We're
want to
gonna,
start to see it.
and we're gonna come to that as well. But Sociedad away, that is such a important game now that Barca dropped points against Rayo Vallecano as well.
Hmm.
I'm gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Just this one will be a more quicker point before we go to this one, which will be the biggest one since this is our competition. Your Give me your thoughts on these all three games in general, hermanos. Osasuna, Oviedo, Mallorca. What have you seen? What do you think we need to improve on as well?
Man, excellent, excellent for me. Chef's kiss. Like I said when I started, right? The best thing for me is when I see work and work is being done. And it's you don't need to have the best tactical mind or think too deep. No. Put the Sasuna game and put the Mallorca game side by side. Game one and game three. The
Mm,
improvements are crystal clear, man. We created more chances. We let less shots on goal. I mean, we consider the goal, but then, bro, it's Muriki. Muriki scores us every other day. It's just one of those other things.
yeah,
But honestly, first three games, three wins, considered one
I'm trying to
goal.
get something. I am listening. Go on, man.
No, no, no. Like it's been good for me. I don't think I complain much. All I'm gonna say is I looked at these three games from the eyes of um the viewpoint of Alonso saying he needs these first three games are preseason games, right? So going forward, there's a lot of things that we kind of allowed or we looked at that you won't look at the same in the next couple of games. Like the first three games for me, I'll still give it a chef's kiss, honestly. I think it's a chef's kiss from the Sasuna down to Mallorca's game. Oviedo's game stood out because it looked like for a moment there we almost threw it all away. It was almost 1-1 and then it became 3-0. So the improvements are crystal clear. But honestly, I have more pros than complaints. More good things than complaints I can give. And
But
that's a
if you can
positive
give
for
me
me.
some of your, okay, maybe not, okay, you don't have to say complaints, but I'll word it in this way for you.
Yeah.
What things do you want to see be improved? Do you want to see a switch of formation to the formation I talked about earlier in the video, for example,
Oh. Hmm. No, no, no. So if I,
moving
what I
forward?
want to see, what I want to see moving forward is less of improvement. I want to see that back four play together more often. I want to see the back four that Savii was talking about: Carreras, Trent, Dean, and Militao. I want to see them play games consistently. I don't need them going to Anfield when they haven't played together for a while. I don't know if you get
But
what I
I
mean.
think he will. I think he will play. I think he's gonna play a 3-5-2 by then. I think he will.
It all depends on it depends on how Camavinga comes back, what Franco has in his locker, and Adeguler. That's honestly what everything depends on. But what's more
And I'll
important
be
for me
real,
now?
Damii, I think he should be playing that because I think we will go up another level. I think this formation, as good as it's been, I think we can go up one more level or two with that formation we saw in the Club World Cup. Um,
But
Sorry.
but the other thing that we need to watch out for is the attack. Actually, that's where it is.
Yeah,
With the defense, for me, it's just
yeah.
more of I want to see it for future purposes. But the attack itself, yeah. So I think so. I think was it you or somebody that said it earlier on in the pod? I can remember. The other guys, yeah, brothers, you need to be contributing to the goals, man. One guy can't be scoring all the goals, so
That's why.
yeah,
Yeah.
we all
But
need to work
I
together.
genuinely, I've said this before. This is my prediction. I genuinely think my man is going to. Um, I genuinely think my man will change it to a 3-5-2 again as soon as Bellingham and Camavinga are back. I genuinely think he's just changing that. And listen, I'm all for it personally. Savi, give me your thoughts, mate. First three games that you've seen, your positives and what you want to see happen moving forward.
Yeah, I'll start by saying I'm a little less optimistic that we see the 3-5-2-1. To be honest,
Hmm.
um, I think we're going to actually continue to see four at the back more often than you think,
Hmm.
especially because we invested all the money we did in Carreras. We obviously have Trent and Carvajal at right back, so to play three at the back and risk, getting one of our center backs injured when we really don't need it. I don't see it happening, and Xavi also hasn't done it yet, right? So I just if it was going to happen for me, we would have seen it. so far this season personally. So I'm just
But do you,
want to
but do you
clarify that
genuinely
piece.
think he's going? But do you genuinely think he's going to drop any of those midfielders when Camavinga and Bellingham are back? He's not going to drop Valverde. He's not dropping Shawmany, and he's not going to drop Arda Güler. He's not dropping any of them.
Someone's going to get dropped. Like at the end of the day, that's what happens, right?
So what? So what do we do
And
if he drops Franco? Then what do we do?
Can
well,
always
Jude
replace if
Bellingham's
you
coming
want.
back.
Yeah, but what? Yeah,
First
but
and
hold on. Are you
foremost.
going to play Jude as a right winger now?
No, you're going to play a four. You can. There's so many things you can do, right? You can do a 4-2-3-1. Or you can go double pivot in the midfield. You can go 4-4-2, right, with a diamond.
To
Like
be
there's
fair, yeah,
different
yeah.
things you can do.
The diamond, yeah, yeah.
Um,
To be fair, I think I think the point I was trying to make is I think he's going to play with like two forwards up top when Camavinga and Bellingham. But I think it's better I worded in that way.
I
Maybe.
still think we're going to have 4 in the midfield. That's
Yeah.
kind of my point. Is I don't think we see a 4-3-3 as much once Jude is
Mm.
back. But
Mm.
I don't think for now Xavi's going to risk it because right now the team looks the most balanced with
Even with
Franco's natural
Camavinga,
presence.
even with
And
Camavinga,
you can argue that Franco hasn't been the best. I'll agree with you on that. But I
bro.
think what you can argue is that the team doesn't look the most balanced without him on. Like we look the most balanced with him on the field right now, just because of his presence.
He's off the ball movements of it. I agree, but bro, what he does on the ball, like, I don't like it, mate. Like, but the thing is, I can see something in what is it in Franco's thing. I because I remember what you said before. You did tell me that he can now be playing as a right winger in Europe. He hasn't got the pace for it. He needs to be playing where Arda Güler is playing, which is why I am saying as soon as he's back, Bellingham or even Camavinga when he's fully fit, try to drop him and see if Camavinga can do the same thing. You know, if Camavinga can keep the same balance, then you can switch him and Güler. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what you can do.
Well, yeah, no, I fully agree with that actually. And I mean, I was on your podcast 2 months ago saying who were my 2 biggest wild cards for this season. I've already declared that, and I stick by it that it's Militao, and that's already proven to be true,
How
right?
that guy still has that much pace after 2 ACLs, bro. Honestly, if someone told me he
And
needs to be drug tested, then flip no.
well, and I
Yeah,
told you
drug
the
test
other
is
big
crazy.
wild card for our season is going to be Eduardo Camavinga.
Bro, I think
He,
Camavinga
he
will ball out on the
fundamentally
Xavi. I think he's a
changes
typical
the ceiling of
Alonso
this
player.
midfield.
Yeah. No, bro, here's the thing. I hear it, brother. And here's the thing. I'll be real. When we do get back, when he gets back, and when Jude comes back, and we go to a 4-man midfield and 2 forwards up top, bro, I think we're gonna see something. I think we're gonna go up 1 level or 2. And that's me being optimistic because I like what I see. And do you know what? Let me just make this clear. Amazing, isn't it, man? Then when you actually press well as a team, how much that actually helps the defense, the midfield, and the attack. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, Mbappe, amazing, isn't it, man? When you actually do your job and you actually press and help the team, how much that helps. Yeah,
All
who
right,
would have thought?
Sam,
He's
this is
beyond.
where I'm gonna put some water on that fire that you just spewed because I think we have to be cautious. It's nice to see the press. It's nice to see the team putting in this effort, but there are also some concerns. And I think I mentioned this. The team can only do that for 65 minutes right now and call it a preseason, call it whatever you want. We have a very long season coming up.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
how sustainable is that game in, game out? I don't know. Xavi's going to have to learn when to go full in, go full throttle with the press in a game, and when to play more of a mid block
Can
at
I give you an
times.
example?
Go ahead.
Here's the thing. Because there's one thing I've noticed about him. This guy is very flexible. Very, very, very flexible with what he does. Not just his formation, but sometimes even his tactics as well. Do you know what I think he might do? Yeah, let me give you one game example, I think. Liverpool coming up. I don't think we will press like that. Do you know what I think we're going to do? Sit a bit more back. We're going to let them come out. We'll get them, and then we'll try to hit them on the counter.
Did you see how
For
Xavi played
example.
Liverpool with Leverkusen?
What?
Do you remember how Xavi played Liverpool with Bayer Leverkusen?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So if you think he went that way with that team he had, do you think he's gonna sit back with this Real Madrid team? I don't know.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think here's the thing. Again, I don't really think comparing Bayer Leverkusen to Real Madrid is a really good comparison. Look, I understand that game plan didn't work, but at the same time, he will have much better players, much better players over here. And
So Sam, real
well,
quick, just
yeah,
just to answer your question, right? My thoughts on the first 3 games. I think it's summed up
mm-mm.
by one stat in particular, and that's in the first 3 La Liga games as Real Madrid manager, Xavi Alonso's team has only allowed 17 shots, which is the lowest tally in the competition since Pep's 2008 era with FC Barcelona. So
Wow.
that to me is the most important metric for right now, because I do think offense always takes longer to generate the chemistry.
You
However,
think so?
yes, and offense and defense is also the reason why we got knocked out of every competition last season. Remember,
I agree with that.
Mbappe scored against Barcelona, we lost the game. So
yeah, because we tend to save our lives. That's the thing.
So the biggest thing for me is that the team is defending. The team is focused on defending, and Xavi has come into Real Madrid and somewhat did what Zidane did, in the sense of he focused on the defense first, tighten up our defensive structure, which is exactly what Zidane did, by the way, in 2015 when he took over. He focused on defense first and trusted in the players to get him over the finish line. And guess what?
Do you want me to give you a crazy
stat? That's what's working
stat
right now.
I can back your point up with just one stat. One crazy stat. I didn't even know this. Do you know how many big chances we've conceded after 3 games? You're on mute, mate. Have a guess.
20. I don't know.
Big chances. Big chances.
Probably not single digits, like under 10.
Cool. Damii.
Last season or just
now? Maybe this season. I said after these first 3 games. I talk about last season.
No. This I think we probably created a lot of big chances.
No. We big 20. Chances conceded. How many big chances do you think we have conceded?
Oh, I think it's 0 actually.
1.
Yeah, I think it was 0.
That was the goal that we conceded. That's it.
Yeah, but the goal wasn't even a big chance because it was.
No, but it's been counted. It was counted as that one. Do you know how insane that is?
Because I was thinking about it, I hadn't seen any big chance conceded.
And do you know what it is? Miguel Barcelona, the guy that I did a show with on his channel, he said, and he said this out of his own words, not my word, his words. Never ever would I have thought in my life that Real Madrid would press better than Barcelona under Hansi Flick. We're pressing better than them right now. His own words.
I mean, that's obvious.
I mean, it's actually crazy. That is crazy to me, how Xavi's managed to just flip these players up like that. Hopefully, the consistency keeps on going, though. That's all.
Well, yeah, let's hope this isn't just a new manager bounce, you know?
No. If these players do that, mate, I swear I'm gonna rip into all of them. Yeah, they better not down tools.
That's the part you're missing from what Savii was trying to say. Now, as much as the press has been good, right? It's been good in moments. We've not been consistently good with the press for any of the games, like end to end. And that would
but did you expect that? Did you expect it?
No, we didn't expect it again week 1, but we expected to get to that point before we play the teams. You go to the La Real Arena against the team as good as you know what? Let's forget about big teams now. When we play teams that know how to sit in a low block and can actually put together a counter attack, we play Levante. When we play which other guys are counter Atletico Madrid. Now those guys they don't only sit in a low block very well, they know how to actually hurt you on the counter attack.
But do you not think that we will have a better press by then?
We don't know. Because we don't know. Because if you're having a good press for 60 minutes and the rest and 30 minutes in the game is haphazard. 30 minutes.
I think do you know what it is? Hurt. I'm gonna be real. I think he needs to use the squad as much as he can. And I think these players, the more and more they get used to it, the more and more he trains them and gets into details, the more and more some of their fitnesses goes up as well. I think that will be better. But him using the squad will be very important. What?
Can we talk about the subs so far real quick? Because I think if there's anything I can critique about Xavi Alonso is the subs have not made much of an impact besides Vinny coming in that one game as a sub.
Bro, the
subs have done absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but bro, he brings on Gonzalo Garcia way too late against Mallorca. Why are you bringing him on so late? I don't understand that.
I'm just saying, like, if I had to critique Xavi so far, I like the
No, I agree with that. Bro, I literally said
I I didn't like when
Go
it
on.
was against Oviedo when he
Mm.
made Mbappe like the number 10, and then we just played a double pivot of Fede and Tchouaméni, and it's like we're up 1-0. Why would you do that? Like I don't understand for the life of me. Just take the
Like I
guy
said,
off if you're gonna do that. Why
Savii,
would you
the
remove a
only
midfielder?
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? I'm gonna be
preseason,
real. I think he needs
preseason
to.
issues.
Yeah, I think. Here's the thing. I think after the break we will see a more clear press, and I genuinely think. I personally think it will get better. I personally think it will. Do you get me?
I
Because
mean,
I
I
don't
don't
think.
really know because I'll be like I can't make a declaration because the next international break is in like 4 weeks after this one's over. So it's not even like we're gonna have that much time again, right? We're gonna have like another month at
No,
most.
you're
I don't
gonna
even think
the
it's a
most
month. It's
time.
like 3.5 weeks.
Well, here's the thing. The most time you're going to have is when what's it called? It's when the October break is done. Then you're not gonna have one until when is it?
No,
January?
there's one in November, I think too. I'm pretty sure there's one in September, one October, and one November.
Is there?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I'm,
sure there's three
Wow.
breaks.
Wow.
I'm looking at the calendar now. I think the
Yeah,
next
look at
break
that.
we
And then we're moving
have.
on to the Champions League draw because I know that one is going to get flipping fired
Uh,
up,
uh,
Messi.
uh, I mean, yeah, we have. I think the next break is in November actually, because we have games every weekend in September, every weekend in October.
So it's just the two, one in September, one in November.
Yeah, because I'm
Mm.
seeing games like in October. We have games on the 5th, on the 19th, on the 22nd, on the 26th, and then there's games on the. Well,
Wait,
there's two games here.
You said fifth and then 19th? That's
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Yeah,
That sounds
that's
like
the
an
gap.
international break.
yeah,
That's
that
one
is an
break right
international
there.
break. It is. It is.
That's the only one I see. Then in November, okay, there's another one in November as well, from the
Yeah,
9th
Jesus
to the
Christ.
23rd.
told you.
So yeah, so there's two coming in. So
Man, just
one in October,
honestly,
one in November.
fuck these international breaks, man. They're so boring, honestly. They're actually boring, mate. Now, but do you know what? Here's the thing. In order for this press to then sustain, before we move on, what do you think he has to do, in your opinion? What do you think he has to do?
For
Savii just
me, I
called it out,
think
man. Yeah, go ahead,
I
go ahead.
don't think it's about pressing more. I think it's about being strategic for when we apply the press. And if we're
Oh, you mean that? All
playing
right, all right.
if we're playing in Oviedo, maybe we can sit in a mid block and actually allow them to try to take the ball out and actually play
Yeah, yeah,
against
yeah,
us
yeah.
because that will probably open up space. And I think Xavi's going to learn that when 95% of the teams you play against are just going to sit in a low block. And Carlo learned to do this to an extent, which everybody also called chaos ball. But at the same time, it was almost like hoodwinking the opponent into thinking that they can come out and beat you. And in reality, you were
Hmm.
creating space for us to easily,
But
So you
get a
want
goal
him
or two.
to, basically, you and Damii are saying, lower the opposition sometimes into believing that they can attack you, let them attack you, then you've got space you can counter on and then score against them, and then the game will open up itself.
Well, yeah, I mean,
against
you
some
have
teams,
against some teams, but then also like, you can't press for 90 minutes. And
No, no,
like,
of course, of course, of
like
course.
unless you're Pep Guardiola in 2002, right, on PEDs, then unfortunately you can't do that. And that's why I'm saying you have to be strategic. There's times you sit in that mid block, like it's bound to happen. You can't think that
Mm.
you're going to go an entire season trying to go gung ho Liverpool 2018-19 and think that that's sustainable. Even that team wasn't sustainable. It fell apart after that, right? So you have to find the balance, and then you also want to save those pressing moments for the bigger games. In
Yeah,
UCL nights,
yeah.
go and play that high pressure press, but you have to get to 2 months from now and doing that, right? And the only way you do that without running your legs off is by again playing a different style, not necessarily pressing
Okay, do you know
more.
what? Let me pull up the calendar very, very quickly and let me see if we can give some examples because then we're gonna move on to this Champions League draw because that one is gonna be really interesting to hear from you. I will bless up for the raid, brother. Appreciate it, my G. Yeah, big up, Javier, big up everyone. Smash this like so make sure you sub, yeah. All right, and big up to my two amigos as well, my Madridistas, yeah. Always love from these two, yeah. They're always here, man. Yeah. So make sure you man sub, man. They give elite content, elite ball knowledge from these people. Like Savii, Damii, can you see my screen that I've shared?
yeah,
Can you see it?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You're telling me I'm just now using your example now. All right, nothing else. Basically, you're saying if we're comparing these two obviously this game is going to get moved. One of these two games are going to get moved, obviously, because you can't 2nd of November, then 4th of November, then we're going to have, 2 games? It's not going to happen. One of these games can move. But for example, you're telling me in this game, don't press that much. Let Valencia, do their thing and try and, play a bit more safer. And then here you can use the press for this game, for example, for the big one. Is that what you're saying? As an example.
Well, first and foremost, I think Xavi's going to rotate players.
Oh,
he should.
There's talks about him.
if it-
There's talks about him doing what Zizou did, by the way, 16, 17, having a B team. There's talks about that.
Well, I hope, because if we're going to go
Of course,
Barcelona, Valencia, Liverpool,
Atletico Madrid.
I don't care who's playing against Valencia personally. Play Gonzalo, play Endrick,
because we should be winning that game. Yeah.
play Sestero, play Thiago. I don't care.
But hold on, Valencia game is away, right? If it's away, then
No, it's a home. It's a home.
It's a
Okay,
home
if it's a home game, then it's good. Away, Valencia away is where it's tricky.
Yeah. Oh no. If it would have been away, it would have been a different story.
No, so the thing is, my POV is a bit different from where Savii is coming from. It's one thing for you to be strategic in your press, right? And it's not really about choosing the team to press against. It's about choosing when in the game to press to go all the way, right? If you press all the way for 30-35 minutes against Valencia, it should be good enough. Liverpool
Fair enough.
do a lot
Fair
more
enough.
than
Yeah,
that.
because if you score early, like 2 goals early, you'll kill the game off, and then you'll put it to bed. Yeah, and then they can open up, and then you can score on the counter. Yeah, fair enough.
And then the real nail in the coffin will be your substitutions. That's what Savii was also trying to say earlier. If he's not been spot on with the substitutions, right? I hope a lot of that will change when we get the legs of Kamavinga back in, right?
Yeah.
Endrick probably gets back in. A couple of those guys come in, and it's better because we can't have. I think the only 2 subs that have been good, maybe when Carvajal came on for Trent in the Osasuna game, and probably Bini sub for Rodrigo. But then we need to know that the guys that are coming off the bench can sustain the press. I think it was the second game against Oviedo. I can't remember. But it was a game that Ceballos came on, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? We can't have that. That's what it is. So it's more of knowing when.
Bro, do you know what I hate the most? Damii.
Matches. Yeah.
Damii, do you know what I hate the most? Is when we've got players coming off the bench. Yeah, off the bench, and they're lazy. Yeah, I hate when people do that, mate. I can't stand people that when players does that, mate. Yeah, that is pretty much the worst thing that I see on the pitch, which is pissing me off. Yeah, but look,
when they come on, look lost.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Look, let's move on. UCL draw. We've had the draw. The draw's come out. I want to get your thoughts now. I'm sharing the screen right here. Can you see it? You can see it clearly, yeah? Yeah, you can. Cool. You guys in the chat, get involved in this, yeah? What are your thoughts on the draw that we just got? Are you happy with it? Are you not happy? Do you think it's good for us to get top 8, top 5? Or would you prefer the much easier draw?
Hey, did I not pick Liverpool?
Well, I said, but you know what it is? My prediction for the printing is I was 1 away from correction. I said we were going to get Liverpool and one of the London teams. Of course, he had to be Man City again. Of course.
Now, honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I'm bored. Like it's the same teams
I
over
agree.
and over.
I completely agree, mate.
It feels like a chore at this point. Going to Anfield again, it doesn't feel the same. Honestly, I kid you guys not, right? The games I'm not gonna miss. I'm not missing the Benfica game. I'm not missing Juventus. I'm not missing Monaco. I'm never missing the game against Kairat. But honestly, Liverpool, Man City, it's because these teams eventually, if you stay in the competition.
No, I'll be watching that Liverpool game. No, I will be watching that Liverpool.
Nah, come on, you have to watch the Liverpool game. Bro.
No. The thing is, I'm not saying
I gotta see the super team get taken down, and it's not Real Madrid. So
the excitement, I don't know, probably when the game comes around, the excitement levels are not there anymore. Or maybe it's because we stay in these competitions long enough. We're always there at the business end. That's why it feels like we play these teams over and over again, right? But at the end of the day, it still feels like an exaggerated group stage to me. It's the league phase. I don't think the teams will go full throttle and all of that. But that being said, I still expect minimum of 20 points, 20 out of 24 points. That's what I expect from these games, minimum.
I agree. No, I agree with that. I completely agree with that. Savii, your takes, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I think similar. Damii kind of said my high-level thoughts. It's not like the draw came out and I was ecstatic.
No,
It's
no.
almost like, all right, we've done the city. I mean, we beat prime Man City, right? I mean, treble winning team. We knocked them out, right? We
Yeah,
also knocked them out the season before they won the treble. That
yeah.
to me, I don't think it gets better against City. We'll see against Slots Liverpool how we do this year, but still not facing them in a knockout just doesn't resonate the same. I feel like it's a group stage game, but it's not the same as a two-legged draw. Like where
But I
again,
do
and who, which English team I want in the knockouts, and I really hope we
Arsenal.
get them. Absolutely. So
And why is
yeah,
that?
because we need to get revenge for them actually knocking us out.
Do you know what it is? Do you think we'll beat them?
A recent memory tells me that when English team beats us in the Champions League, we come back and beat them the next year. So,
I agree with, yeah. It is that is true. That is true. But which games are you mostly worried about for this? Which games are you the most confident against? If you give me what you're thinking about this.
Most confident against Liverpool. I would say least confident. I think maybe one of those French teams is going to give us a tricky draw for some reason.
Marseille.
Well, yeah, either Marseille, probably Marseille. I think is going to give us an interesting draw because again, actually, no, I think Mbappe is going to take it personal against the French teams and just carry us like he did.
He changed his mind already.
He farmed over there, and I think he'll farm again. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like Liverpool City don't really concern me because if they give us the space, we're gonna absolutely destroy those defenses.
Wait, Liverpool. Wait, hold on. Liverpool don't concern you. Did you say that?
Not really, to be honest. Like Sam, they have a problem. They can only start X amount of forwards in a one game.
But
someone's gonna have to hold bench, right? Whether it's Etatike, someone's holding bench. They're also gonna have. Think about it. In 3 months from now, there will be a significant amount of time where one of those stars hasn't played as much as they wanted to and is not going to be fully locked in. We should know firsthand. We are Real Madrid. We do this every year. We stack stars on stars. We know
how are you not worried one bit about Liverpool? Because have you not seen the players that they've got in their attack that they can use?
Have you seen our players that we can use?
No, of course.
Is Liverpool's front three better than our front three of Mbappe, Vinny, and Jude?
I mean, what is it?
Is it better? Is it better?
Well, it's not a front three; it's a front four for them, is it? It's Isak, it's Ekitike, it's Salah, and then it's Florian Wirtz.
So they're playing a 4-2-4 against us. Essentially, that's what you're telling me.
I think that's what they're gonna do, unless he switches.
If they're playing a 4-4, if they're playing a 4-2-4 against us, and we have Camavinga, Jude, Tchouaméni in that midfield, one because I highly recommend. Right, and for you Madridistas in the chat, go look up Camavinga's highlights last year versus Liverpool, the same midfield we're talking about, actually with one less midfielder. Camavinga was holding his own, right? So if you now are saying, Liverpool's going to play one less midfielder, all right. Camavinga, one dribble past that midfield is going to be in so much space, finding Mbappe through the lines, and what Konate is going to catch up to Mbappe, anyways, that's a podcast for closer to Liverpool time that we can get into. But my point being is maybe I'm not as worried about Liverpool as like the English fans who have to compete against them for 38 weeks. Like have fun with that. But in a one game off, I'll take my chances. City's defense is highly questionable, so unless they improve drastically on the defensive line, I think we're going to do to them exactly what we did to them this season, and that's just cook through them like a knife in hot butter because that defense can't hold Mbappe. And then, I don't really fear. Juventus hasn't done great this season. If you've paid attention, they're not doing great in Serie A. Olympiacos, I think we're going to beat relatively easily. And the thing about Karat, I think it's going to be a trickier than we think game, but I think our quality is going to push us.
11-hour flight, by the way. 11-hour flight.
Bro, I don't know why that game gives me the creeps, bro. It gives me the creeps.
Bro, these guys, man, they always find a way to destroy. Do you know what? Can I ask you this?
Sheriff came to the Bernabeu, by the way, Damii.
Yeah, I know, but it gives me the creeps, man. I don't know, like those weird.
Do you know what? Can I ask you this? Why is it? And I'm being serious now. Do you not think, Savii and Damii, looking at the Liverpool attack, what is it? Isak, they got. Are you not a bit worried that they can score against our team with the players that they've got?
Of
Even
course they
if
can
they don't
score,
start all four attackers, for example.
bro. Of course they can score, but we got men that can score too. Like, bro,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
but do you not?
we're
So
scoring
you
too.
don't think? So you guys don't think that will be our most difficult game, correct?
in the
No,
Champions League.
I actually think it's going to be something like, well, I'm telling you, one of our most difficult games is going to be like Juve, Marseille, or Monaco. I'm
So
telling
which
you, that's
okay,
gonna
so
be one of those games.
okay. Now that gets interesting. So by that logic, do you think Liverpool will be one of the more easier games then for us?
I mean, it won't be easy, but it won't be all the way.
It depends on your
We
expectations when you say
we
easy.
know
That's
this
that's
team. Like Sam,
Okay,
we
okay,
don't we
okay.
know we played
What?
them long enough to know what to expect,
Okay,
and
so
we
what do you?
kind of
Okay,
know this
so
team.
all right, cool. So what do you think will happen at Anfield then, in your opinion? Because assume everyone is fit. Everyone is fit. Everyone.
Are they starting Frimpong versus Vinny?
I mean, he started Soberslide now as a right back. So I mean,
Because you
Even
remember
better, man.
last year when we went to Anfield, we didn't have Vinny.
Exactly.
yeah, but Vinny was yeah. But to be fair, I don't think Vinny would have made a difference. He was awful last season.
So Vinny
But
never
what,
makes a difference against Liverpool. That's what you're saying.
That's not what I said, but I think that's Vinny's
No,
season.
but you just said I don't think Vinny makes a difference at Anfield, but I've seen Vinny make a
No,
difference
no,
at
no, no. I
Anfield
said that
multiple
Vinny
times.
last season. I don't think Vinny would have made a difference because Vinny was that bad that he barely made a difference against anyone. That was my point.
no, at
So
that
the
point,
Dortmund game didn't happen last year, right? In the Champions League.
Oh
exactly.
wow,
And
one game. Cool. Give me another one.
but that was what that was a lot of games
Ah,
actually.
there you go.
That
You're
was like
struggling,
the best performance by an
No,
individual in the Champions League last year in the game. You know that, right? Next to
mate.
maybe
You're
Coutinho versus
using. You're
Bayern.
comparing. No, because you're comparing Borussia Dortmund to Liverpool and Anfield, and Dortmund was at our ground.
it doesn't matter
Okay,
still.
okay. So Liverpool won
Look,
nothing in Europe last year.
look. If bro, here's the thing. You can't even flex Frimpong and Vinny thing because, bro, I'm not even doing. Fact, Jimbo. Yeah, I think Jimbo's a Liverpool fan, by the way. Yeah, Soboslai has been really good in that. And I'll tell you something right now. If they play Frimpong, bro, you can play Rodrigo and he'll skin Frimpong. Frimpong is that bad.
Szoboszlai had to play against Martinelli. Like, come on now.
Bro,
Yeah,
what
but
we
I
doing
yeah,
here?
yeah, but that
Like,
yeah, but that's
like,
because
come on.
Bro,
yeah,
I
but
saw
yeah, but no,
Wait, Arteta
no.
started like
Sam,
five
I saw
defenders,
Exactly.
yeah.
six
So,
midfielders.
so you're blaming.
Like,
Hold
what
on.
are we doing here?
So you and Damii are blaming that on Soboslai because Arteta decided to be a coward and play 7
No,
defensive
no,
players and only
wait a minute,
play
Sam, wait a minute.
Martinelli, the worst triple left winger.
I watched Noni Madueke run at Liverpool's defense for fun. Come on, man, bro.
What?
What we doing? I watched Noni Madueke for Arsenal run at Liverpool's defense time and time and time again. So
By
I'm
the
not
way,
gonna sit
yeah, but
here and stress it.
Damii, when did I say that we can't score? I think we will score at Anfield. Don't get me wrong.
You
I
didn't say
think we will
what?
score minimum 2 goals because I think the defense is awful. Don't get me
They
wrong.
have the same, but I'm
So what
saying
worries you then?
they have a worse defense in the same midfield that we were able to carve up last year. Now we just had an out of form Mbappe, right? That
Yeah,
missed his penalty. Let's be frank there,
But do you know
right?
what it is? Liverpool, I don't know. They didn't get Marquitoz, by the way. They couldn't get him over the line. So they're
Right.
short on the centre back now as well.
So again, Sam, as a Real Madrid fan, why am I sitting here supposed to say, "Wow, this team absolutely scares me"? I'm so worried
exactly.
about this Liverpool
No,
team.
but do you not think Liverpool away is going to be a bit more difficult than someone like a Marseille or a Juve?
When is Liverpool ever difficult away for us? Ever? And how much sample size do we have? How many years have we gone to Anfield and won?
That's fair.
Most years.
But the last time we went there, we got stiffed.
Barely, with
Bro,
an out of form Mbappe and a team that had no chemistry and no Vinny.
Oh yeah, he missed a
injuries.
pen. yeah, that's true. He did miss a pen. If he had
Yeah,
scored
that's
that
so
pen, it would have
different.
been a
I told
different
you.
story.
It's a different game. So, bro, I'm not losing sleep over Anfield, man. Not at all. Not at all.
So
But
what do you
it'll be a
expect?
game to watch.
Cool. So what are you predicting in the Anfield game then with everyone fit?
Nah,
And let's say
It's too early.
and
We'll
let's say
save
this.
that for that podcast. So everyone tune
Okay,
in.
cool.
The podcast
Don't even give me the
pre-Liverpool,
score.
and we'll tell
Cool.
you
Don't
our
even give me the
thoughts.
score. How about this? Give me one. Don't even no score. All right, just win, draw, loss. One game where Soboslai plays as a right back, or the other game when Frimpong plays. Everyone's fit.
Either
Yo,
of
please,
them
I hope
play.
Frimpong is on the field.
Oh no, I agree. So okay, Frimpong. Let's start with the first one. Frimpong. Then, if he
Also,
plays,
Sam, let's also be honest, right? Wirtz is their main playmaker.
Yeah, I
Right?
agree.
Who knows Wirtz like the back of his hand?
But I don't think that's true. But I don't think Florian Wirtz is the most important midfielder.
Yeah, it was. You're gonna say Gravenberg, right?
Yeah, him or McAllister. Yeah, because they're the ones that control the tempo for them.
I'll take my chances with Camavinga, Jude Bellingham, Tchouameni, and Valverde in that midfield of 4 over those guys any day of the week.
That okay, that's cool. But if let's just do that quickly. No scores, no nothing. One game where Frimpong starts, another game where Szoboszlai starts as the right back. Everyone is fit. Both in Liverpool and Real Madrid. Just a win, loss, or draw. You don't even need to give me the score.
Win.
Win both games. Both games. Win
Both games.
Yeah, win.
100%, man.
Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with that.
Sam, I watched this team play basketball on the weekends in the Prem. When they come up with a team that can move the ball
I'm
around,
not said they've been good, by the way. I've not said that.
And again, we saw PSG expose it last year, but when you're used to playing this high intensity basketball pace of the Prem and a team comes around and doesn't allow you to do that, slows things down, right? A lot of those brains don't know how to slow it down and operate in real time when they're used to just boom, 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 turnover, go, right? It's not going to be that type of game with us at all. And that's when, again, I think we're going to see an ability for our team to overcome that despite it being Anfield. I've seen Vinny just absolutely change a game by himself against them. And excuse all you want, but guess what? It was Konate also right there that got cooked. So.
Okay, cool. How about this? If it's Rodrigo playing against Frimpong or Szoboszlai, are you going to change your mind then? Are you going to change your stance then?
It doesn't matter, man.
It really doesn't matter because our system is creating so many chances.
Fair enough. Okay, no. Okay. Do you know what? No. Fair enough. I'll give you that one. I'll give you guys that one. I still think we will drop points a little bit. I think it will be a draw. But however, if they manage to win that one, then boy, then things can really start turning. But how many points do you expect us to get now from these teams? How about this? You know what? How about this? Let's just go through it like this, game by game. All of us, yeah, we'll give our what we expect. Man City, what do you think? Just a win, draw, or loss? Any say like that? No need for any predictions, like score wise. Damii, yeah. Damii, I'll start with you, and then we'll go up like this.
Man City at home is a win.
Savii,
that's a win.
Juve.
I think we end up drawing that.
Yeah, draw. I was gonna go with draw for Juve.
Oh wow, okay. Liverpool away.
Win.
No, win.
Benfica away.
Definitely a win.
That's a win.
Olympiacos away.
That might be trickier than we think.
Yeah.
But I think we still get the win.
Yeah, narrow win, but that one will be close. That will be like a 1-goal win margin.
Nah, I slap a draw on Olympiacos, man. Away, I slap a draw.
That could happen. To be fair, Marseille. Oh,
win.
I think that's a tricky one that we draw points on, and we draw it.
No,
if we draw points in the opening game in the UC, I'm gonna be flipping fuming, mate. Yeah,
who draws, you still get 20 points. What you mean?
Bro, he needs to win the opening game. I don't want to have a draw and then flipping have to chase everything, bro. I hate that.
Savii, man, you already give the key, man. Mbappe's going to tear you guys apart, bro.
He always does. He sees a French opponent. That boy,
he's going to tear him apart, man.
That boy calls the baguette company.
Hopefully that means we get the 3 points against. Do you get what I'm saying? Kariat. What about that one?
Of course, 3 points.
That's a win.
3 points. That's a win.
Them boys are not traveling 11 hours to not get a win. I'm telling you right now.
Okay. Monaco at home.
Win.
That's a win.
Fat win, bro. Fat win against Monaco.
And please, I hope they start on Sufati.
I need that, bro.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay, so pretty much, that's what. Okay, so win. That's 9 points. You both said a draw, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 10 points. Olympiacos away.
I mean, I said a draw. I already said 20 points, so I expect the draws to be Juve and Olympiacos. The rest are wins.
Mine are Marseille and Juventus.
Marseille. Okay, so that's what? Okay, so that's 10. That's 11, and that's 11. But then 14, 17, 20. Yeah, 14. All right, cool. So 20 points. What does that get you in the table? Around.
That's That's easily top
Definitely,
eight.
it's definitely top eight. Let's just
Top
put that
eight.
out of the way. You get top eight, but do you get top? Can you get top two with that?
Top two doesn't even
Depends.
really matter.
No, no, no,
It
no,
doesn't
no, no.
matter.
See. I knew you were gonna say that. It does
But it
matter now.
doesn't matter. How does it
It
matter,
does
man?
not matter.
Yeah, Habibi,
That
It
one
doesn't
year
matter.
1 year sample size tells us it does not
It
matter.
doesn't
my
matter
You can
at
be a
all.
playoff team.
bro.
You can
What
be
is
out of the top 16 and win the
my,
Champions League.
my bro? What
That's
is
what the
it? No,
format's
no, no, no,
over.
no, no, no. Because you don't understand. This time, yeah, I'll tell you why. Because this time, mate, if you do get top one or top two, every freaking leg you play in the knockout stage, the second leg is at your ground. And we all know what happens when the second leg is always at Real Madrid's ground, bro. It becomes 10 times more difficult for the opposition.
Sam, keyword is
Man,
That's not
if.
Arsenal
why.
came in and slapped
The
our heads
keyword
last
is
year at the
if.
Yeah,
Bernabeu.
guess
So
what? Last season we were absolutely dog shit. Valencia came to our ground and slapped us after. Yeah, and we were
that's
unbeaten
my
for God knows
point.
how long.
PSG went to Anfield second leg and still got the win.
Okay, cool. Exception to the rule.
I'm just saying, you play who you
Bro,
play. What matters is your form later in the year, and that was proven to be true even last year. PSG did not look like the team that was going to win the Champions League
Yeah,
until
but
about
I think
February.
you're forgetting one key factor. They signed Kvaratskhelia. That changed the whole dynamic.
That's
that's the
fine,
whole
but my
point.
point being is things change. Like you don't know,
Things
right? You don't know
change,
if
bro. You
City's
don't.
going to splash
Okay,
200.
so
You don't know if
you're
City's going to drop 300 million in January again. You don't know.
Exactly.
wait. Who else are they gonna buy?
Who
If
knows?
they have a
Who
fucked
knew
up
that they were
campaign
going to
and
buy
that
Marmoush a year ago? We don't know.
To
exactly.
be fair, there were reports about that, but again, whether you believe in that or not, that was a different story. Do you know what? How about this? Yeah. So you're telling me that you genuinely are not bothered if we don't finish first or second for the second leg game at home. You genuinely ain't bothered.
I'm
Top
not
eight is
bothered
good
at
for me,
all.
man. Top
So
eight
the
is good
only
for
thing
me.
you might care about is just get top eight. That's it.
Bro, yeah.
Get there and get there healthy, and we have a
That's
chance. Because that's the other factor. You also got to be healthy, right? Like you can't have
Yeah, of
two
course.
ACLs.
I never said get top one or two and then get like 2, 3 ACLs. I never said that. Of course not.
two teams
So
that
if it
played the
means
finals weren't even in top two. Two teams that got to the finals weren't even in the top two of the league phase. Please, man. Doesn't matter, bro.
number one
Doesn't
seed
matter
got
at
knocked
all.
out in the round of 8, and the number two
By the
seed
way,
got knocked out
unpopular
in the
opinion. Do
semifinals.
you know what? I'm going to say something very unpopular. By the way, if these rules was at last season, Barca would have made the final.
What rules?
What?
What rules? What
What
rules?
rules?
These rules now that if you finish first or second, the second leg is at your ground.
They
Unpopular
wouldn't
opinion.
have won it. Yeah, they wouldn't have won.
I think they would have at their ground. I think they would have won it.
They
No,
won
I
at the
saw.
ground. They drew at
I
the
s-
ground, man.
I think they would
Bro,
have.
didn't they
nah.
draw at their ground?
They drew at
Yeah,
the
but
ground,
I'm
yeah.
saying if the second leg was at their ground, I think Barca would have won.
Bro,
I don't know
nah,
about that.
nah, nah.
That's
It
my
doesn't
hot
matter.
take. My unpopular opinion for me. But look, here's the thing. I would like us to get top one or top two because I just feel second leg at Real Madrid is just 10 times more difficult to deal with. And listen, you might can all sit there and give me Arsenal, you can give me AC Milan, you can give me whatever you want. Last season was one of the worst Real Madrid teams I have ever seen in my life. Ever. And I've watched this football club since 2007. Yeah. So it takes a lot for me to sit there and say that after seeing how many trophies now. Yeah, I think I've seen almost 30 trophies. Yeah. At the end of the day, mate, I'm telling you now, if you give me a chance, yeah, to play every single second leg game at the Bernabeu, bro, I'm taking that one because that, yeah, having the socios on you for 90 minutes, bro, that's a hell. Yeah, welcome to hell. That's what people like to call Bernabeu. If you're not a Madridista, so look, we'll see what happens. Me personally, I predict the same 20 or 21. I'm not sure if there is. I mean, I think Savii. I think you and I and Damii can agree on one thing. It's enough for top eight. Definitely enough for top eight. Yeah, it's not even a thing about that. Before we go, Mandem, quickly before we go, because we're gonna wrap up this thing very soon. Yeah, we've been over an hour now. Prediction for the Real Sociedad game, both of you.
Ugh, that's kind of tricky now. Well, as of this moment, what I know, because hopefully the good thing is, and I forgot to add that while we're talking, a lot of our players didn't go for international breaks, thanks to Carlo, right? A lot of like the Brazilian players stayed, they got more time to train, they could work together. So, but for the couple that did go, I hope there are no injuries and all of that, man. But honestly, Real Sociedad away, it's gonna be a close one. I expect a
Mm,
2-0. It was always a close fight with Sociedad. I don't think we'll blow them away, but I expect us to go the same way. Just a 2-0. A 2-0 for me against Sociedad. A 2-0 win.
fair enough. Savii, you're on mute.
Ask me next week.
Okay,
Exactly. It's
okay.
kind of
If
early
everyone,
now.
okay, how about this? If everyone's back fit,
I mean, I think we're gonna get the win, and I think we're gonna win by a couple of goals because Sociedad doesn't exactly look great this season either.
fair enough. I agree. Do you know what? I'm gonna say 3-1. Mandem, Savii, bless up as always. Damii, bless up for tuning in. Next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. East. I guess again because that's the best time to do these podcasts. Um, People, make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, big up Savii, big up Damii, big up everyone watching. Bless up for coming on you too, as always. Next week, hopefully, the panel will be full. Marquitoz and these guys will be able to come, and then we will have a much more bigger eye of what we can expect coming into the Sociedad game and the season in total. But yes, big up everyone. We'll talk next time. I'll see you tomorrow. I've got another guest coming on tomorrow. We're going to see what happens then. And yeah, the podcast will be back again next week, episode 9. Until then, people, take care and peace. Adios. Ciao. A la Madrid.
Real Madrid.